The hour is darkest just before dawn. If you've reached a point where you feel like you're going backwards in your abilities, hang on, because you're about to hit a breakthrough. Welcome back to the Working Class Musicians Vlog series. Today I want to talk about this thing that I've experienced and most of my vocal students in particular experience. And that's when you start to feel like you're going backwards in your skills and your abilities. So maybe you've been practicing, your semioccluded phonations, you've been using twang vocal mode, you've been using cry vocal mode, you've been practicing all the onsets, track and release and quack and release, and you're developing some really good solid placement, and you're getting you're starting to see results. But then you all of a sudden you try to sing some songs that you could sing before, and you're like, wait a second, how come I can't sing this song like I used to be able to? Or I think I'm actually getting worse. And I've experienced this several times. And the same thing applies to guitar students and piano students and musicians in general. But I look for those times because now I know that means you're on the edge of a breakthrough. I remember the first time I experienced this was probably a few weeks into Robert Lunte's course, and I was practicing the foundation building routine, and already I noticed I was able to get much more compression and twang in my voice. I was getting brighter and more resonant, and I could stretch notes out better. But then I hit I tried to go back and sing some songs that typically I wouldn't struggle with, and all of a sudden my voice sounded different. And so I was about to give up, but I said, you know what, let me just take a day off. So I think I took a day or two off, and then when I got back into it, I wasn't trying to push through it anymore, because usually when you're met with resistance, you resist back, you push back on something. But if you take a step away and you approach it from a different angle, then you're not trying to fight against it anymore. And that's what I did. I eased into it. All of a sudden, things clicked, and my progress shot forward. It was a breakthrough. All of a sudden, it was like, aha, now I get it. Now I understand things on a whole new level. Now I was able not only to sing that song, but sing it better than I ever had, reach higher notes, sing through the vocal break better than I could before. And those breakthroughs are wonderful. It makes it all worth it. All the hard work and effort you put into practicing and doing your training, the TVS exercises are they're hardcore training. It's like going to the gym. So you put in a lot of effort and a lot of hard work, and once you hit that breakthrough, it makes it all worth it. It's always right before those breakthroughs that things seem to be getting worse. It always seems to be like, if you're taking 2 steps backwards, get ready. Keep going. Have faith. Move forward. Continue to practice. Try a slightly different approach, though. And if you keep at it, you're going to have a breakthrough. You should never be pushing. You should never be struggling. You shouldn't have to work hard to reach notes. You should be able to relax and allow them to flow. That's when the magic happens. I've seen a lot of people try to sing Radiohead Creep. It's a popular cover song, and I'm not saying I'm the best person, to sing it, but I noticed a difference when I started singing it and not pushing to reach that, you know, the breakdown, the interlude, or that one part in the song, you know what I'm talking about, and just took a step back and got the placement right, got the respiration right, used the tactics that you learn in the vocalist studio, and then just step back and allow it to happen. All of a sudden it became easy. It was no longer a struggle, and then I didn't have to worry about whether I was going to hit that note. Counting Stars by One Republic was another tough one for me because it was so high for me and for an extended period of time. Like, I could sing it maybe one verse and then a chorus or two, but then my voice would begin to wear out and I just didn't have the strength anymore to keep singing that high. Before, I could just belt it out because I was just pushing, and I could push and reach it, but the next day, I mean, you know, my voice was kind of hoarse. And that's not good, you know. You need to be able to sing night after night with ease. You know, it's not about straining. So what I had to do is I had to approach it again, make sure I had the right respiration, the cry vocal mode, and sing it relaxed. And practice it with relaxation. And then all of a sudden I could sing it multiple times in a row for rehearsal. If we had to play the song 6 times in a row so that everybody got their part right, no problem. I could keep singing it. Another time I struggled too was with Man in the Box. I used to sing that song night after night when I was in a cover band like 10 years ago. And I was just pushing it out, man. I was just belting it. I could do it. But again, it was slowly just tearing up my throat. Until I applied the TVS methodology and learned how to use the onsets and vowel modification, that song opened up for me. And then it was no longer a problem. But it's always when things seem to be taking a turn for the worse and you start to question, what am I doing? You know, do I just not have what it takes? You gotta hang in there. You gotta stick with it, because I'm telling you, you're on the edge of a breakthrough. And when that breakthrough happens, boom, it'll make it everything all worth it. So if you're going through one of those times, you hit a plateau, take a step back, try a different approach. Don't give up on it. But understand that if things are looking down, as they say, the darkest hour is just before dawn. So stick with it. Keep moving, because when that dawn comes, it is beautiful. And you'll have several breakthroughs, and it's wonderful every time. So I hope these tips help you out. I know that, you know, a lot of us go through the same sort of stuff, and most of it's mental. You get down on yourself. You start to compare yourself with others, and you start thinking, why am I not progressing at the level that others are? Or why am I getting worse? You're not. Just keep moving forward. Keep going at your own pace. Try things a little bit differently, and just slow down, relax, and take a closer look at what's really going on. And I promise you, you'll get there. So I wish you the best of luck. Keep practicing, keep growing, keep learning, share your knowledge, teach others, and pass on the good vibes. And until next time, I will see you later. Bye.